Yeah. Hello, everyone. This is Angie Winder. We are here again on Restoring the Village Project. RTV project here on the Radio on Fire broadcast. Have a lovely guest on this evening, but before we do that, I want to just say hello to my co-host Yarden Graham. She is such amazing, keep me on track. so thank you. And yes, we have a wonderful guest on this evening. We have Miss Sylvia Traymore Morrison.
Hello, everybody. Finally get out here with you.
Yes.
Oh my God, everybody.
She is amazing.
She's just so alive. Really, I mean, when you come for people, you come.
I try to be nice.
No, you are. But I'm just saying too. When you come, it's not a game. It's not playing with them. No.
So what I did was I started looking at some of the videos you had, and I was just sitting at my desk just busting out laughing. So if anyone don't know Miss Sylvia Traymore, I'm going to kind of give a few little things about her. Okay. And we do have another guest that will be coming on shortly, but I will introduce him later. For Miss Sylvia Traymore Morrison, listen, let me just first say I was looking at your website, and it says the historical Ben's Chili Bowl in downtown Washington, D.C. recognizes comedian and impressionist Sylvia Traymore Morrison as a living legend. So we are sitting next to a living legend.
Wow.
So that is such an honor. I know it's like a wonderful feeling. Also, it's also on your website. It has America's first African American female impressionist. So that is something to really be honored about. Sylvia's history in the entertainment industry spans over 50 years.
Wow.
Whoa!
You wise.
She's a comedian, so we're gonna be on here like really just having a good time.
Yeah.
But you're an author as well. I do see 2 of your books that you brought in, and we're gonna talk about that briefly. Just wanted to just love on you and let you know how much we appreciate and want others to know about the things you're doing. One last thing that went out that I saw, Black Wall Street Award. I like to talk about that one too.
Yes.
And the one. Oh gosh, see, I had a whole list. I'm trying to put it down, but this one last thing I wanted to say. Yeah, this is what it was. So I want to talk about the July 23rd. 2016. I know you know that date, right?
Yes,
so when I looked at the date, I was like, hey, that was yesterday, so it made 2 years. And so what I wanted to just, bring that up is it says on July 23rd, 2016, Sylvia was conferred with her first honorary doctorate degree from the Breakthrough Bible College and Theological Seminary. So we wanted to say congratulations to you and happy 2 years for that.
Yes.
So all that I said, and of course, some of them, hopefully we get a little show on some of it. But she has a lot of impersonations that we hope to hear. But from the book to the play, the stage play that's going to be going on starting Thursday.
Yeah, Friday.
Starting Friday.
Opening night.
So we want to talk about everything that is going on in your life, in your world.
It's always so refreshing to sit back and listen when people talk about your history.
I did my homework.
It's like, wow, that's
me.
And so the play is coming up on Friday. It's entitled "Can a Woman Raise a Man?"
Okay.
And Angie and Yarden, I really don't get involved in plays because I'm a comedian. I do impressions. I do corporate events. I do big stages. And when I heard about this play, the subject matter first,
right? Yes, it's gripping.
Can a woman raise a man? Well, what kind of question is that? Shoot, many women do raise men. They have to for whatever reason. You have some women may have lost their husband to sickness or whatever. He might be gone. He might have just left. Just there's nobody around. Who's going to raise your son?
Absolutely.
If you don't have nobody with you. And when I talked to the playwright, he said, "No, Sylvia, it's not about bashing women. It's the question really should be, should they have to?
Yes.
Okay, should they really? Should they just have to raise their sons by And He'll be here shortly, but I took such an interest in the play that I decided to get involved, and I did. So it was.
So that's good. So there was some things that in the play I wanted to talk about just to get an understanding. So I like that it had to be redirected, or not say redirected, but he'll give an insight about it. I'm really excited to hear about it. I mean, even our producer, he was just like, yes, they can, So that was just like, it was really good to actually hear about that. So really, really good things going on. And just hearing about, you're a comedian. How did that make you feel, even with Ben Chili just honoring you and recognizing you? I saw it. I was like, wow.
It was a lot of that stuff that comes when people call and tell you they want to honor you in a way. Half the time, I don't know the people. They just call. And they say, we're doing so.
Yeah.
We have an award we'd like to present to you. And it's just such an honor. So Ben's was extra special because I grew up just a couple blocks from Ben's.
Okay.
And I was telling the proprietor, Mrs. Virginia Ali, when I first went down there to see them, that I used to just could not wait for the days we'd go to the movies, because that was considered Black Broadway. And you had the Lincoln Theater, the Savoy was uptown. There were like 3 theaters on U Street, and it's so different now than what it was then. So it's been like amazing. And so when they called to tell me they wanted to unveil my picture. I said,
I only been there once, so I can't wait to go there and actually see it.
Have you ever had any of their hot dogs?
Yeah. I only been there one time, so now I got to make sure I go back, have an excuse to go back there. Have an excuse to go back there and to actually see your picture unveiled. So that's really nice.
Now I know we're talking about me, but I want to talk about you. I want to find out some information about you, because you've been doing some big things here lately.
No, I know. I'm just like all over, right?
And you know what you are, and I meant that when I said, you're just alive. You just come to life online, and I see that you try to help everybody. And you try to put it out there for everybody, and that's big, because it's not a lot of people that do that.
Oh, well, got to make sure I stay that way. You got to set examples.
Yes, as a matter of fact, he's cute. And he's like, hey, you guys, I'm on the air. What's going on? You outside? Okay, we'll be right there to get you. Okay. So anyway, tell me a little bit about what you've been doing here lately. I know, but I want to hear.
How is the interview?
I have people watching you tonight, too.
Oh.
So tell them what you've been doing lately.
Okay. So I do have the organization Restoring the Village Project. We do a lot of partnership building, supporting one another. And one of the things I wanted to utilize was having our own, broadcast, or our own platform in a sense. And so this is a way that I can allow others to have a voice as well. So it's all about that building, and it's never about just one organization or one person, but the village and everyone. So that is like my baby there, right? And also, I recently ran for office for the State Central Committee, and I will get sworn in next weekend. So it's like a lot going on, right?
Yes. You get sworn in next week?
Yes, get sworn in August the 4th.
They got the right person. They just don't even. They voted for the right person.
So that's a step, and again, just always just being for the people, and that's just something I always want to remain as.
God bless you for that. Really, that's just amazing. So when you sent me the note saying you wanted me to come on the show, it's like, who's going to refuse you? Oh, shoot. So did the guys get here? Did you see them?
I didn't see them.
Oh, okay. They said they're probably like me. They're probably over next door. I love your studio. This is
yes.
This is
so the producer is such an awesome guy, Diamond K. He does a lot in the community as well. We have different shows on the air, and from various topics. So it's
why
a
we
good
have
thing.
Diamond.
Oh yeah. Fancy. And we're supposed to be celebrating our 1 year. And I'm gonna probably try to make it after I get sworn in, just because this is like a lot going in. Okay. So hopefully, maybe you can be able to come back in if you would.
Absolutely, I would.
So just just trying to just support one another. And one of the things that we were looking at was I want to write a book one day.
Okay. Yeah, you should.
So I definitely love when an author comes in, and I do know that even Q had, this is, derived from, I guess, a book. I think I was like reading that.
Yeah.
And so it's just so amazing to actually see that go into a stage play.
Yeah, that is. And this man he works so hard for his
Can't wait to meet him.
He's so good. It's like God created him to do this. I was with him yesterday at a church that housed all bishops and pastors and reverends. They were having a conference of some sort. And he went in front of them and had to speak. And I'm telling you, the whole place was mesmerized. And I said, did God put you right where you're supposed to be for your calling? It was amazing.
Right.
Goodness, it was amazing. Yeah.
So I always get amazed of just like I said, the story. And I guess that's part of why I love the radio show, because I love hearing people's story.
Yeah.
And I love to actually, sometimes you never know, going back to it, you can just say, I encourage myself, or just to look back and say, wow, I really achieved it. And because sometimes we can get so busy and we don't even realize all the things.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I love taking notes. I'm at work. This is my work. This is my work paper. But I sat there and I was just like, wow, she did this, she did that. So and I only I would say only, but the last time was at the comedy show, and I don't even remember where we were. Well, I know it was Northwood Shopping Center or Northwood Lounge,
in Baltimore?
Yes,
okay.
That's where I saw you. And I was like, this woman is amazing. Like, I laughed from the beginning to the end. But I didn't know the other story.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the two books that you had with you.
Well, you know what happened? I wrote the first book I published was my autobiography, and it's entitled "Almost There, Almost: The Many Faces of Sylvia Traymore Morrison." This is actually the second edition because we made the first one collector's item. So the first 1,000 books, they were golden color, like the gold here. And so this we released after we sold the first 1,000, and I went on Amazon one day just to see if anybody left a review, and they were selling for like $3,500. These were. Ooh. And I was like, well, who is selling the book for $3,500? And then I realized that collector's items, a lot of books about celebrities, because I write about everybody in this book. Every time I go to a radio show or a television show, they would ask me the same questions over and over. And I said, people want to know this information. That's why they ask these questions. And so I wrote the book, and it was probably one of the best things I did because it chronicles all of that.
Oh, I cannot.
So, I talk about my experience with Whitney Houston. I talk about Muhammad Ali. I talk about Dick Gregory, Red Fox, Shaka Khan, Stephanie Mills, So
that's why,
AIDS, the whole bit, So even though I wrote this new book, Jelly Beans from Heaven, which I believe God gave to me to write, it has nothing to do with comedy, nothing to do with my career, nothing. It's just a book about my interpretation of heaven. And it has garnered so much conversation. I've had people write in saying, if you read Sylvia's book, you won't be afraid to die. Isn't that crazy? You won't be afraid to die.
You just made that thing like, whoa.
And they'll say, I wonder if that's really what happens in heaven. And I don't use any Bible scripture because it's a fictional book. The only scripture I use in here is the first book of the Bible, Genesis. I put the first few lines that how God created the earth.
Okay.
And the earth was without form and void, and the darkness was upon the face of the earth. I did that. That's it. Everything else is fictional.
All right. And so that's called The Jelly Beans from Heaven. Yes. I cannot wait. I wanna read that one.
This one is garnering a lot of conversation. I've been approached by a couple of people. So what made you write that book? I was on stage one day, and because I toured with Whitney, I was talking about when we didn't get a chance because she has 2 chapters in my autobiography.
Oh, okay.
So I was on stage and I was saying how I never got a chance to share my 2 chapters of what I thought of her as someone traveling the world with her. And I was saying, like, one day just on stage, it just happened. I talked about what I thought happened when she got to heaven. And I'm like, okay, so a lot of people say our loved ones, they're going to heaven. They're sitting with God. Okay, now you've been sitting with God now for about 7 hours. Now what you going to do?
Right.
You know, you've been there for 2 days. Here we go. And I came up with this thought in my mind, and it's not, like I said, it's fiction, that I think God assigns us mentors in heaven to show us around heaven, because it's so magnificent and it's so amazing and so big, and like there's 70,000 sections in heaven, and each one of those 70,000 houses another 70,000. So it's like 70,000 times 70,000. And it just goes on and on, because that's, in my mind, that's how big God is. You can't keep him in a box.
No limits.
So when I started getting that idea, I went through this whole thing about all of the people that she saw in heaven, that she loved. People like singers. Okay. People like Ella Fitzgerald, Sarah Vaughan. You know, people that the millennials have never heard of. Mahalia Jackson. And because I do impressions, I could imitate all of the people.
Right. I was like, I can't wait to that.
Her meeting in heaven, okay? And so it just catapulted to a whole series of stories about the jelly beans. Yeah. And once you learn about the jelly beans, you'll never look at them again. You'll never look at them the same way. So, I'm like, I don't know.
So I'll make sure that we'll support that. Maybe put it out there. That's about ordering, and it's on Amazon, correct?
It's on Amazon.
All right.
But you can get it from the website at jellybeansfromheaven.com.
Okay.
I'd rather you do that, because Amazon. It's like.
Now, so some of the questions was about the play, but what I can say, we can talk about is it starts Friday. Is it Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
It's Friday and Saturday.
Friday and Saturday. Okay.
At 6 o'clock.
Okay.
It starts at 6.
All right.
And you can actually go to the box office and buy your tickets, but if you want to get them online, you can get them at ticketfly.com or call 202-888-0500 or those 3 avenues.
Now, will it only be in DC? Somewhere I just thought I saw other touring.
They're going to be traveling.
Okay, good.
They're going to be traveling.
Did we see Baltimore? Did I see?
No, Baltimore's on there. They're next.
That's why I said. I was like, I think I saw that, but I just want to confirm.
I want all of the Baltimore people. I want you guys to come down to to Black Broadway, down to the Lincoln. Yeah. Because the Lincoln, it's like, I'm right there, right?
Friday.
Am I to look right there?
Yeah.
I'm looking.
Yeah, you look there.
It's right there. I want you guys to come down to DC, because first of all, it's Black Broadway. And that doesn't mean the white people aren't allowed. It's just that's where when I was a kid, that's where we went to experience what Broadway may have been like. And so they had these theaters there, and now they're doing live shows in these theaters, and that's how that goes. And
I've never been, so
you should come either Friday or Saturday.
I've never been to Lincoln Theater. So what I would do, so Friday, and you said at 6 o'clock? Because the flight has 7, I think.
Okay, they say they're across from the CVS. Is that up to
across from the CVS is on this side.
Okay.
Yeah, the CVS is right at this corner.
Yeah.
Yep. And then they can just look on the door. It has a sign on there. So we do have our next guest will be coming out, coming soon. So hopefully, he'll get there. But it will be Friday and Saturday. We'll say 6.
Yeah.
That's for us.
Yeah. Well, actually, it starts at 6, so we might need to say 5.
Okay. And I wanted to talk about what allowed him to even start writing a book about it, and talk about can a woman actually raise a man? And we do know that, but what was the topic behind it, the story behind it. So I would love that. It's like I always like to know where things derive from. So I love that. And it was another thing I had wrote on here that I did want to talk about. Can you talk about when you did the roast for Muhammad Ali? It's like that picture period is so encouraging. It's so inspiring. Like it's like two legends. I'll say two legends, right? But can you talk about that? I know you still remember that.
Oh my God, that was an opportunity.
I was trying to find a video for it.
Oh, I have. There are a couple of videos.
Okay, because I couldn't find a video.
As a matter of fact, there's a video on there where I introduced Dick Gregory.
Okay.
So Dick Gregory comes on the stage, onto the podium where Muhammad Ali is sitting right there. And there's Mr. Gregory. I did an event Friday night where they were honoring Dick Gregory because they're doing a movie on him, and it's entitled "I Am Dick Gregory." So we saw a portion of the movie. It was just everything. It was everything. But that night was so special because I had heard a month or two before that they were going to roast Muhammad Ali at the legendary Apollo Theater.
That's why I was trying to find a video.
So I wish you'd ask. I would directed you right to it. Either sent it to you. Right. So I think like me, they may be lost out there because I was out there for a while before you guys. So I don't know if we should send someone out there. I'm like, okay, because I don't want them to miss the whole interview because they're gonna love you. Honey. They are going to love you.
We'll see if Diamond K can see and check on them. But if the CBS, they're right here. Yes. So and I guess you can continue with that. He'll find them.
And so because I wanted to be on that roast, everybody was going to be there. We're talking New York City, the Apollo Theater. Muhammad Ali in his prime, he's like 36, 37 years old. I mean, built like a racehorse. Just, oh my God.
Look at me, yard.
When he first, well, let me tell you how I got there first. So I had planned, and you guys are kind of young, so you won't remember, there was a show called Laughing. And the old heads will remember the show called Laughing. And there was a woman on there, she was, not on the roast, but on TV, on Laughing, and her name was Ruth Bussey. She was a little old lady, and she would always wear this net on her head, and this guy would come and sit next to her and get fresh with her, and she would take her purse and pop him upside the head. So I decided I would crash the roast as a black Ruth Bussey. I had to be at that roast. I had to. And well, to make a long, because it's such a good story. It's actually in the book. I got a call from a girlfriend of mine now. I had been in the Miss Black America pageant in 1972 because we couldn't enter the Miss America pageant. One of the rules, in order to even be in the Miss America pageant, rule number 7 was you had to be Caucasian. So we couldn't enter the pageant. So J. Morris Anderson, who is the founder actually of the Miss Black America pageant, created that platform for us. So there was a girl who I went to Europe with to entertain the American troops as a result of being in the Miss Black America pageant. And she recommended to Dick Gregory and all the people associated with the board because Richard Pryor quit that day. He couldn't make it. He said he wasn't going to be there.
Yeah, I saw that.
And it was so amazing because they called me up. She recommended to Dick Gregory that they bring me in to replace Richard Pryor. And boom.
So yeah, that's why I was like, replacing Richard Pryor. I gotta make sure I get the story behind it. So
we're talking about Cat.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do is, I do want to hear about the replacing Richard Pryor, and then we're gonna take a small commercial break, as we do have our second guest. This is due to transition; they could be on here with us. And so please stay tuned and continue to share the video. You're gonna have a lot of great things that's gonna be coming out. So we'll be right back shortly.
Yes, we do.
every single month for a child that I don't even get to see, Simone. I'm just here to spend some time with. That's it.
But you hurt me.
You know what? You're right. I did, Simone. I hurt you. I was immature. Come on, let's go back. I was immature. I didn't know how to handle the relationship. I didn't know how to handle you. But when we was together, the one thing that I wanted was to be a father. You know that. And you're taking that away from me, Simone. Listen to me, Simone. This is one fight I'm not running from. I've been a coward in some situations, but I'm not running from this. So whatever we need to do, lawyers, courts, whatever, I want my son, Simone.
We better not be getting. Hello, everyone. We are back, and we do have another guest on, and we want to just introduce Q. But we have a caller. As soon as you came on, it was popping. So, hello, caller. You're on the air.
Hey, how you doing? Brother Nance, how are you?
Good. You said brother? Nance. Hi. Yes. How are you?
How you doing? I really was calling in because I wanted to hear what the topic was today, because I can't really hear through the app. So I was just trying to figure out what the topic was today.
So we have the living legend here, Sylvia Traymore Morrison, and we have author, playwright Q, and they're going to be talking about their play that's going on this weekend at the Lincoln Theater.
Okay, awesome. Well, good luck with the play this weekend. If you need us to advertise anything down at Juice Bar this week, you're more than welcome to bring some flyers and information down 17.
Yeah, they're at Fowles Point. So
beautiful. Thank you, brother.
Thank you. Thank you, brother Nance.
I will be tuning in. Thank you. Y'all have a great show.
All right. So brother Nance has a juice bar in the Fowles Point area. If you're familiar with downtown.
Baltimore?
Uh-huh.
Like the harbor and all that?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, it's not mine.
Yeah.
He's here from Las Vegas.
It's over there. You're from Las Vegas.
Sorry.
So we have to make sure that on the day that you have time, we show you downtown and the Fells Point and Canton area, and so. But anyway, we want to bring you on, and we want to thank you for traveling here to be on the show.
Yes.
And
I got the craziest streets.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
No, it is crazy in DC.
Yeah, I think so too.
Oh, that's funny.
Worse than Baltimore?
And I had to get used to the lights in DC.
No, it's easy here.
It's different.
It's easy here.
We made it.
I was gonna say it's really easy here. DC, you got the lights all on the side up there. It's just right
Baltimore is cool.
there.
Baltimore's cool.
See.
It's the best show. Siska, I heard Cabernet Sauvignon.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, okay.
But the way you say it, just
So look, so sorry we didn't have the wine.
I'm a connoisseur, so I like it.
It's cold this time. She's really riding it. Just cold.
So look,
Y'all talk so funny. I love how y'all talk. Can somebody say tomorrow, please? Please say tomorrow. Tomorrow. How y'all say it?
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all
What?
y'all
No,
talk-
but that's not the word.
Wait a minute, is he trying to roast us?
No, I'm saying it's an elegant use of the lexicon.
You know what I like to hear? I like to hear Baltimoreans say you or do or crew. Anything with the you or
Two.
Huh?
Or they say street.
Hey, I'm trying
Or
to
they
fix
say
my
Doug.
Baltimore.
Baltimore. Shout out to Baltimore.
Everybody doesn't produce them.
Shout out to Baltimore.
Okay, let's not go there with the go-go music because we don't do go-go. So Q is here and he's gonna talk about his play that's going on.
Let's get to it.
So what inspires you to? First of all, I know that it was a book. I was doing my little research.
What's the name of it?
So hold on. So let me just kind of do this. Noted author, motivational speaker, and musician Q Allen King releases "Can a Woman Raise a Man?"
And
So
I have my own box of grits too.
So hold on. This I'm not laughing. So the second part was very, very inspiring. It says, as a child, author Q. Allen King dreamed of being a judge or radio DJ. His parents shaped the majority of his life decisions, but it was the philosophy of focus or fold from his football coach that motivated him. So let's talk about that, and let's talk about
You really dug that off the web. I know where you got that.
I did.
She went
there. Like,
I'm a historian. I love doing my little research, but I love to know why.
Everybody's natural on it. Shout out to the natural women, the whole natural movement. No, I did because it's not nothing against, but sometimes you just want to feel the real essence of women, the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Now I do like the smell of weave and perfume. I'm a little addicted to weave, but
weed or weave?
Weave.
Oh, okay.
Weed with a little perfume.
Oh yeah.
I just grew up on
Look, I was about to say, are we talking about weed or what? Or weed? So the book. I mean the play.
Did you say
You got
weed
nice eyebrows.
or weed?
No, you do.
Put you in time out.
They got both perfect symmetry.
So look, we waiting for you.
Yes.
And you was over
Who's you?
And we
Me or you?
and you was over in CVS area. So now you're here. Let's talk about that play.
Let's go to the microphone. Check one. It's like, you dream about these in hip hop.
Yes.
1, 2.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Y'all is not laughing at any of my jokes. I'm trying to see like.
Well, I'm smiling at your jokes. Is that good
I
enough?
thought you smiling at me. I didn't know you smiling at the joke.
Okay.
I forgot Baltimore girls me. Yo, let me stop.
I know.
Baltimore girls so me. Okay, I'm sorry. Back to the.
I think it's the he see himself on the camera.
Yeah. I think he
And
can
the
see his
camera right
shirt.
there, cute. I
just got my teeth done. Look, can you see my teeth? I just got all this done right here. I got it ready for the media tour. So I'm so excited about that.
So look, my
very few
daughter.
people in my family got good teeth. Like
so
we have
look.
great spirits, good hearts, but our teeth is jacked up.
Oh my
So I said, I'm breaking the curse in Jesus' name. I got my teeth
My
done.
daughter
man.
attends.
Wow.
My daughter
Broke the
attends
curse.
Bowie.
I broke the curse. I'm sorry.
Focus, dang son. My daughter attends Bowie, and she does want to be a part of a stage play. So
She got a lot of drama with her.
so she's doing communication. She does like to act, and so maybe that's something that we can talk about. Of supporting one another.
Hey, y'all fun, free spirited.
And you bring in the
But just know we just know we don't have a lot of time to have the energy in the building, right? So the play, what inspired you
I ain't saying nothing to you.
write
The name
it?
of it. What's the name of it?
Yeah.
Can a woman raise a man?
Booyah! That's the marketing word right there. You know what I'm
You sure
saying?
he's not the comedian?
I've been hanging with her. You have to be. When you hang with Sylvia, you have to cause she's so spot on. It's crazy. Shout out to Sylvia. Sylvia is well, we tried dating and it didn't work out, so we just.
Oh my God, I'm getting so much trouble.
Sylvia's not a cougar. This is what you call. She's what you call a jaguar. She's a little more aggressive. You know what I'm saying? But that's my friend. She's a PR lady for the play. She took it on personally. She really caught the message and has been a tremendous friend. I think sometimes she believes more than I believe.
That's so sweet. I do.
So shout out to
really
Miss Traymore, the
Yes,
legendary Sylvia Traymore.
Yes, the living legend.
First female black writer on Saturday Night Live. Y'all
Oh
better know
yeah,
your
that's
history.
what I forgot to mention that on my notes. I did have.
Oh,
it in
she
my
went.
notes.
Did she get her notes though? Did you say? Look, wait. She gonna turn them over. All of that. Oh yeah. And,
For the Pentagon,
and
she
women.
got information.
But wait a minute. She's getting sworn in next week, Q.
That is.
To what? We swearing in to what?
I ran for an office. and
No,
I
you
would get
didn't.
sworn.
Yes.
Congratulations, that's outstanding. What office did you get?
I went for a state central committee.
That is amazing. That's amazing.
It is awesome.
Shout out for
Yeah.
taking public
Did you-
office and
did you
serving
vote?
people. Did I vote?
Yeah.
In the last election? Yeah, but I can't tell you who I voted
No,
for.
no. I just want to make sure you voted.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. That's good. That's my job to make sure everybody.
I love that.
We're gonna
We're
register
gonna
to
work with y'all
vote.
because the play is about movement and mobilization. We'll talk about that.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right. We about to build.
Thank you.
All right. I'm still on my last question.
Okay.
My first and my last. What inspired you?
What inspired me? Are we dealing with Can a Woman Raise a Man or the question? Which one?
Yeah. No, about the play. Can a woman raise a man? What inspired you to write the book and turn it into a stage play?
I was in a lot of pain. I was dying, like a lot of brothers out here, and I was blaming my ex-wife, the woman, the white man, and I'm homeless, sleeping on the tree. God said, "No, let's deal with the man." And out of that, He began to show me that most of the issues I was having was my father not being in my life. And when I began to really address that and the anger I had toward him. I was homeless at the time. I wrote the book while sleeping under a tree. I was sneaking into the computer lab of an apartment building, and I wrote it in about 10 days. And God just began to deal with me and crack me open. And he told me that I'm going to turn your pain into purpose.
Amen.
So now my mission is to touch. It's Can't a Woman Raise a Man, but really it's the story of me and my father. He's actually from this area. He survived substance abuse, as many people did in this area, but it just tore our family apart. And tore me apart because he was my hero. I looked up to him. And when he left our home, it was just like, it was crazy. I got into a lot of things I shouldn't have. Overcame it. But I needed to deal with some stuff that was inside of me, even though I was what they call an exceptional black man. I went to the University of North Carolina. I worked at Bank of America, but I was still in pain. I couldn't hold my marriage together. I couldn't communicate properly with a woman. All these things that brothers now are really struggling with. So I just want to turn my pain into purpose.
Look at that purpose that just came out.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely.
Wow. And it's this weekend, Lincoln Theater, and what would you say it's about, like, to sum it up? Or not to say what it's about, but what message are you trying to display out?
The message we always convey is hope, health, and healing. The play is different from the book. The book deals more with principles and strategies. I teach women all the time that just because you don't have the physical man there doesn't mean you can't give your son the principles of manhood. But it's important that we first define who and what that is. And most women have no clue. All you got to do is ask them who you date. They say, I got a boyfriend. Well, you just answer the question. You have a boyfriend. The definition of a boy is an immature male lacking judgment. So you let me get out of that. Y'all get me started. So you want to have a man friend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Who eventually wants to be your husband. You know what I'm saying? But that takes a man to even want to do that and covenant his life. So the book is about the principles of that. And I have a chapter in there called Emotional Incest, how when my father left the home, I became the pseudo man in the house and began to carry that weight. And if a boy carries it before his time, it can destroy his development. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happened to a lot of our young men. We make up, as African American people, about 12% of the U.S. population, but 90% of the penal system. And almost 100% of those young men do not have fathers in their home. So you can't argue with me. You understand what I'm saying? It's become an epidemic. So our bastardized child rate, which again is children without fathers in the home, compared to our white counterpart, is about 42%. We're at 76%, which means 7 out of every 10 children do not have the influence of a father in the house. It's ridiculous. And it's the number one cause of poverty, lower standards of living, et cetera, et cetera. So I just decided to attack it the way that it was affecting me. I tell the play to the story of a male character. So men, it's not going to be just some woman raising her son. It's told through Bishop Michael Cedar, who went to the pen, came out, and now is trying to piece his life back together with his 3 daughters. He has another daughter who shows up on Sunday, and it just goes on from there. It's crazy. It's an incredible story. Side note, we are the first African American play to ever have residency in the Las Vegas Strip. So I'm actually in the Walker African American History Museum in Vegas.
Wow, look at that.
And so we going to Black Broadway, which is DC. They actually bought the play and brought us out here to be able to do that. So I'm just blessed to the roof.
So awesome. I do know you're touring.
Yes.
Okay, so you're going to tell us where? Because I saw Baltimore on there.
Yeah, Baltimore's in a tour.
It's not Baltimore. Let me stop. Morgan, you're gonna be in Morgan.
We're working on Morgan, so stay tuned for that. And then we're gonna jump down to Richmond and then Hampton Roads, Virginia, and then we'll go down through North Carolina, South Carolina, and just keep spreading the message.
Awesome.
The biggest thing that's different with my play is that before we come into your community, we bring free workshops and seminars. I do single mom super Saturdays where we do makeover transformations. We wash the cars for the ladies because my mother struggled with those things. You know, I remember
my car needs to be washed right now.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? I couldn't get like a regular haircut. My mother didn't understand. Like she used to put a belt around my head and just
what?
So every neighborhood I try to do some free haircuts for the little boys. You know what I'm saying? Because women just don't understand sometimes what's important. You know, to a little boy. So we do that. I do empowerment sessions, and then after we leave, like the following Wednesday at Mount Gideon Baptist Church, shout out to Pastor Laura Smith. We're coming back after the play. So if you need resources, you need help, it's a movement.
We definitely
we don't just want your play ticket money. It's a movement.
Yeah, we definitely need to connect after this.
Yes.
One comment I want to say, and I'm gonna hand it over to my co-host. But Brother Nance said totally, and I'm just trying to follow it, so I'm not being rude, but I'm reading this. So Brother Nance said totally a mother can raise a man. My mother provided the understanding on how to utilize my heart and life.
Wow.
Fathers are designed to teach us how to utilize our power, and God give us the power to understand how to utilize our spirit. So he went
Great,
deep,
brother
deep.
Nance, great comment. I love when the brothers respond. That's why I'm here. I'm after the
Oh,
man.
brother Nance, and
You know
that's the
what I'm
one who invited you out. So if you want
Yes.
to, promote, he'll have stuff
Thank
at
you,
the
sir.
at the
Appreciate
juice
it.
bar.
We get a lot of love for the bro. We did a 30-minute session today, just impromptu, with older men. I mean, grandfathers, everything.
Oh,
just talking
wow.
about the pain, that was inside of their life. So, shout out to brother Nance. We appreciate it. And the question people always say, well, can a woman raise a man? It's kind of rhetorical. We're not trying to challenge the sisters and say y'all doing a bad job and nothing like that. But the statement that we reverberate back is that she should never have to. And once we get that into our minds, into our psyche, and if she's doing it, the church, the community, the old African proverb says it takes a village to raise a child. So she should never be out there by herself, regardless of the situations of how the child was brought
Now
into the
ask
situation.
me, what's the name of my organization?
Restoring the village.
So every time I hear village, I just get so
I
excited.
see.
Yarden.
Yes, Angie.
Do you have any question? I know
Yarden have
that.
the
Now I
cutest
know.
cheeks. They're just
I know
incredible.
that you're going right up Yarden's alley, and
Well, Q just giving me all the compliments today.
I know.
From
You're making
my
it
smile
hard
to
for
my
her.
to my hair to everything. Tell me more.
You gotta shoot your shot, man.
She said, "Tell me more." I love it.
Lonely out here too. I'm just saying. No,
I would love to go.
I'm just playing,
to Vegas. Yeah. I would love to go to Vegas and listen. Morgan is right in my district too that I ran in. Really good connection over there. So if there's anything that we can do,
we're
let us
building a
know.
pipeline between the east and the west. I don't know, you guys. We celebrate a holiday out there called Juneteenth. Are y'all familiar with that? Where the east and the west were separated. The people on the west coast actually did not get out of slavery later because there was a disconnect. So we're trying to bridge the gap between the east and the west coast. We're all black. We're all connected. We're all doing business, and that's what's happening. I'm out here because of brothers from the East Coast in DC that saw what we were doing, and now I'm bringing it out here. So it's been an incredible pipeline. So we love to have it. Vegas is a different city because it's known as the Mississippi of the West. So it makes no sense that I'm the first African American playwright and cast to be on the Strip in 2018.
Right.
So it shows you the type of mindset that y'all in Vegas. They got the story of Lena Holmes putting her toe in the water and they drained the entire pool.
Yes, I remember that.
You know what I'm talking about? So Vegas is a different monster. So when you come, just be prepared to encounter the Mississippi of the West. And yeah, I said it. I said it.
Wow. I thought Vegas might have been a little more relaxed.
Absolutely not. It's still mob controlled. It's still very segregated. The deal that we were able to get with some Russian gentlemen that were not regular Caucasian Europeans, that Europeans see the world a little bit different. So when we represented them, they gave us the opportunity to have residency. But it's not because I'm better or good. You know what I'm saying? It's just that I was probably made me more tenacious. But there's been plenty of people who should have had the ability to be on the Las Vegas Strip. And so when we went in there, we took it very seriously. We knew that we had to perform. We sold out every show, I think, but two, getting people to come week after week, like doing a play once a month in the community or every 3 months or 6 months is one thing. But when you gotta have a residency week after week, that's another dog.
Oh yeah.
And they taught me things about business that just is phenomenal. So absolutely, thank you for Vegas to that experience. But now we finna take it to the world.
I know that's right. I love the fact you said this is a movement, and I love even the concept of the play now. Now that I looked at it, at first I was like, yes, they can.
Well, why do y'all get mad? Everybody gets mad. See, don't they get mad when they hear
but-
it?
don't play. They don't. Women do not
broke it all
play.
down. I just said, wow. So that's some good stuff there. We're gonna turn it over to you really quickly.
Okay. All right.
Because it's a stage play, I know I'm gonna have a really good time.
Yes.
You seem like you're really silly, so I'm sure it's some
But I have to
some
be that
laughable moments
because
there.
in the play, so in the first scene we deal with rape, molestation in the first act. So it has to be some
I was gonna say, oh goodness, yeah.
to break,
Yeah,
and then I
that's
take everybody on the journey. We go back because most time they teach our history, they teach it from slavery. And that's so wrong. Let's teach it from when we were kings and queens and come forward and see how systematically the king and queen mentality was broken from us through Roosevelt and the New Deal legislation. So I tell everybody, I love Tyler Perry, but I am not him.
Right.
I'm coming with a whole different agenda. I'm not coming just to get you play money. This however we're gonna plant in your community, leave a seed. We're gonna stay connected, and we're gonna start a movement that can really be the change we want to see.
What's up?
Can a woman?
Shout out to Tyler Perry, hiring all them black folks, man. I love what you did, bro. Absolutely.
Right though, for
But
real.
you won't see nobody in a dress in my joint.
Yep. Ouch. Ouch. Okay.
No, I gotta say this because everywhere I go it's kind of controversial, but my goal, and I love every community, LBGTQ, RIDABs, everybody. But at the end of the day, I want to present a positive reflection of male heterosexuality, black heterosexual male sexuality on stage. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? I do have LGBTQ characters in the play, which is new. I'm also one of the first playwrights to have a fully deaf character in the play.
Wow.
And have the entire play signed in Vegas, the entire play, and have a section for them. So we're inviting all communities. But I want to speak and present a positive image of heterosexual black males. In my play, I have 4 generations of black men on stage. I have a 70-year-old man, I have a 50-year-old man, a 35-year-old man, and a little boy. And most of my friends cannot point to having 4 generations. I don't know.
Right. No.
So I want that image reflected. So when I say we're doing something different, I'm not talking about it. We're walking it up.
I'm excited. I'm excited to actually see it. I love stage play. This is gonna be like some music in there too.
Dancing.
Which show you coming to, Angel?
So I really want to try to do this the Friday.
Okay.
So is it 6?
Opening night.
Gonna be there. It's saying 6, but no. What happened was the time got confused.
Because I was
on the website.
I was gonna say, did it say 7?
Yeah,
I thought I saw 7.
So we're gonna make sure that we'll probably start about 6:45. But you want to get there early, get a seat.
Right.
Down there, it's crazy.
I know. That's why.
So they should just park. You should just park elsewhere and take an Uber right there too. You can avoid all that nonsense.
Right. That's true.
That's usually what I do. I just park in somewhere in the city inconspicuously, and then just hop in an Uber, pay my little $4, $5.
So I want to say it's 2 hours long. So and it has all of the arts. So normally when you go to a black play, you hear some singing and some acting. But you're gonna see dance. You're gonna hear poetry. You're gonna hear incredible monologues. That's who I am. I wanted to bring all of the arts to the table.
I know one of my favorite scenes, Q, was the Ancestor. I mean, it was like this woman came out on stage, and I'm like, if people see that alone, and it's like there's so much more to the play. See, I like variety. I love variety. I've been to plays.
That scene is the one that is probably people's favorite scene.
Yeah, I've been to plays, and it's it's basically the same thing. You get your singing, you get your gospel singing, and you get your girl. You better what you say. I ain't say no.
This is not the play. This ain't the play. Mama, I hit the Alizé. You know what I'm saying? My daddy loved chitlins. This is not that play. This is not that. No, honestly, I got a goal to get to Broadway.
Sorry, y'all. I'm sorry.
That's my goal. When I was homeless, sleeping on, I saw myself getting to Broadway, even though I had never did it before. I don't know how to shoot for less. So at the end of the day, I'd rather have a big target and miss than have a low target and hit. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what we're doing. So you're gonna see dancing. You're gonna hear singing. I got folks who can sing the paint off the walls, and the boy could write. The writing is there.
So please be sure, hopefully you all are already looking at it, but please be sure to go on or be viewing the interview from the RadioOnFire.com Facebook page. That way you can see the whole full view of us. And hopefully you're encouraging even your followers to go onto the RadioOnFire.com. I'll probably tag you. I don't have your information, but want to make sure that we put that out. This is something that we love to do. We love to give a platform for our community.
Thank you. And I want to say you have edges. A lot of girls don't have edges no more.
Oh my God.
Nikki, I can't.
No, it's powerful. Everything.
Look at Jordan. Look at Jordan.
No, it's everything.
Look at Jordan.
So he's saying that most women don't have.
No, I'm saying a lot of people read what they sow. Okay, I'm just playing, man. You come to the play July 27, 28.
Oh my goodness, we're gonna make sure we're there now. So I'm just
playing, y'all. This is a joke.
So I want to I always want to just make sure that we thank everybody that always tune in. Make sure y'all continue to share. Make sure that we continue to acknowledge our producer and our producers. Yes. Always behind the scene, always doing some exceptional work. I'm gonna throw a little twist here,
awesome.
and I'm gonna try to get Diamond K involved. So Diamond K is our producer of Radio on Fire. He's awesome. So Diamond K. So this is gonna go to Miss Sylvia. We want an impersonator.
Yes.
So between Wendy Williams, Whoopi Goldberg, First Lady Michelle Obama. Wait a minute, let me see. I'm trying to think. Monique, Diana Ross. Can you name one just so she can impersonate?
Are those her specialties?
Yeah, that's what I have on here. Wendy Williams, Monique, Whoopi Goldberg, or First Lady Michelle Obama.
Well, the least funny one would probably be Michelle Obama.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was like, I don't know about that one.
But
Wendy Williams, Donna Ross.
that would be the toughest one.
Oh,
Is that the toughest one?
I want a funny one. look at
It'd be
she.
funny if she can't do it.
Oh, he said.
I tell you what's funny.
I hear challenge.
She can hear you and imitate you. Honestly.
Oh, I know she can.
Oh, well, that might be funny. Yeah.
So Yarden, because Don McKay is being difficult right now.
Okay.
Who do you
How about
say?
you do Whoopi Goldberg? Because she's
Yes.
personality just so out there. She's so opinionated, and that's a show.
Absolutely.
And then, and then Nikki.
Whoopi Goldberg and Ghost?
And then Nikki, you got
Whoopi Goldberg on The View.
Okay.
Because she is out there.
What you threw out there?
But you do know that's the same Whoopi Goldberg. It's the same person.
He's hilarious.
Okay. Listen, guys. Listen to this because really, because we've sat here and we've used about 48 seconds trying to figure out who's the funniest and who's not the funniest. And I'm telling you right now, I think if I had to choose from all of those names that we just had, Angie. I'm gonna do what I do because that's what I do, and I know I'm gonna get a lot of letters. I know this. I know it, and I'm okay with that. But if we're going to be talking about can a woman raise a man, the best person I think we should get out here to talk about that
Wendy.
is Wendy Williams.
Yes.
Introducing Wendy Williams.
Oh my God. How you doing? Okay, so get this. Can a woman raise a man? Okay. So, I heard it's coming to the Lincoln Theater this coming Friday and Saturday.
Yes.
And I heard that you can even pick up tickets at the box office, or if you want to get them online, you can, okay. You can get them online. You can. And Q, I have a question for you.
Yes, Wendy. Yes, Wendy.
Because this is a hot topic.
Yes,
Okay.
How you doing?
Okay. No, wait, Q, I want you to put your hands like this.
Absolutely not.
No.
It's not happening.
He is so on point that I did that expressly to see if he was gonna go there. He was like, "Nope, you won't."
Wendy, can you ask Yarden if she'll go to the play with me?
You've had my co-host quiet and blushing over here the entire show. She's not usually like that.
Yeah, Yarden.
After the show,
You know what? Yarden was talking to me the whole while before you got here.
She just shut it
The
down.
whole while asking me questions all the way. Yes.
I usually have more interaction.
And you know what though? You really did speak it because her cheeks are just as cute as they can be. You know. Okay. So there you have it.
I like her energy. She raises this man.
Oh, okay.
Well.
All right, so anyway. We need Monique out here now.
Hey, sugar.
Hey.
Let me tell you something, sugar, right now. Because, here, a lot of people say I get on the mic and I say a whole lot and don't be saying nothing. So here's what I'm going to do right now because I don't want people to think, sugar, that I'm on the mic, love, and not saying nothing, baby. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm excited. I'm really excited about this weekend. I really can't wait. I honestly, because we've been at it. And I'm so happy for Q because here he is all the way from Las Vegas. He's got his whole cast. He's got his whole staff. He's got everybody that's rehearsing every day. She should come to the play too. Why don't you bring her, Angie?
Don't look at me then. Okay. We need talent of all ages. We trying to be like TP and get people working and moving.
Right.
And we need y'all help, y'all. Like it's weird. Like if I had an album and I was talking about lean and trap and all that, whatever, it would be no problem. But when you start talking about hope, help, and healing and putting families together, people don't have time for that. I don't want to go. So and the only way to show them is that we gotta show them. We gotta monetize. We gotta show them that powerful entertainment forms like this and what Dia's doing, that they work. So please, y'all help us this weekend. Cannibal Razor Man, Lincoln Theater. Drive across the water, you know what I'm saying? Come on over to DC. We got an after event.
Absolutely.
You can come kick it with me. I'm very down to earth. Well, I'll be in there doing a Dougie with you. You know what I'm saying? It's phenomenal. And then right after that, we have the empowerment seminar that Wednesday. It's already booked. We're not just talking, we walking.
Absolutely.
Us together, Trump is no match for us. No. You understand what I'm saying? So we got to stop talking about him and start being us. I'm tired of talking about Trump.
Yeah.
Let's be us.
That's true. So. And you know what, Angie? I watch this man day in and day out. He's constantly, if you call him, you'll hear his computer going in the back while he's texting on the phone. It's like he's got to have 6 hands because and he'll say, I'll say,
well, Q, his next play.
I will be typing, Q, I need your bio. Boom, there's the bio. Wow. I didn't do that. I didn't get a chance to finish typing the word bio. He has
Let's get it done. No excuses.
Been working hard.
Let's get it done.
And that kind of helps. That kind of inspires me too. You know, you see somebody doing so hard.
Oh yeah.
You don't, and
that's why
it's like
I was like inspired. Period.
Yeah, I don't want him to outdo me. And he's like working hard, so I got to show him. Oh no, you don't. No, because I love it. You know, I love it. And then it's like you can't outdo God though. You can't. Because he sees those seeds being planted, he's going to make sure they grow. Yes. So I believe that, our DMV family and our Baltimore family, see, in my eyes, Baltimore is DMV. Those are my sisters and brothers too.
Absolutely.
My brother before he died, he lived here for years. Okay. So I'm speaking to all my Baltimore folks because I know I got.
Y'all still have hammerjacks out here?
My goodness.
Look at Yarden's face.
That's all. I just told how old I was. I just didn't put my age out there. BWX, I don't have none of that.
I don't even know what a hammerjack. What is a hammerjack? Okay.
I just remember coming here as a little boy, right?
Yeah, that was gonna say.
And it was, remember y'all had to have house music on the thing, and this lady was saying, unruly. See, she know what I'm talking about. And then they would say, West Side say, how you want carrot? East Side say, how you want carrot? The lady say, what's up? Yeah, I remember that when I was a little boy. I'll never forget that. Like,
how do you remember that?
I just remember coming over here.
It's not that old. What is going on?
Look at Angie's.
What's up?
Yes.
So Baltimore has its own flavor, y'all. Unique city. I love it. My future wife, she's over here and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Look at you.
Really?
So funny.
Really? They look, Radio on Fire for real.
Yeah, now you coming to the play? Do you think you coming?
If I have a date, I'm coming to the play.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay.
You know what? That's why I like you. I'm gonna tell you why. Cause you 100. Ain't nothing phony, fake, nothing. You hit it right. I mean, you came hard. You just said
If
you said what you
said. If
right. So, that's what I'm saying.
All I want to say is, I've been watching you for so very long.
I can imagine. I can imagine this play is going to be something else. Okay.
It's God breathed inspired. I shut myself in the house for like 4 or 5 days. I didn't move, watch nothing, and just sat there. And I felt the presence of God come up while I was right there. And the response that we seen. The last show we did in Vegas, it was a row of women lined up across the back, crying in tears, and I had to have people come over and just console them and pray with them because it was digging on us. You cannot hear what you won't reveal. And this play, it puts it in our face. We've heard about how sorry the man is, and that's the truth. But after that's done, how do we move on? And women, if you're left with this situation, God is trusting you to raise that son, that woman to their destiny. And man, sometimes you got to wake up and say, you know what? I'm important to my family. I'm important to my community and my culture. And together we are unstoppable.
Amen.
And that goes right into that whole restoring the village. I'm thankful to be connected. Like I said, if there's anything that we could do on this end, on Baltimore end,
we'll send a van over here. I want to come with us. We'll send a van over there.
You know what? That's not not a bad idea to get a bus together and come on.
Because I actually have one rented for the weekend, so that's a real possibility. Like, yeah, it's nice luxury coach. We don't do nothing other than that. Everything I do is top.
Now how we gonna do that?
No, I was just saying.
You know what? I don't even know if that's my time. Church finger up.
I should make just let them know how we. You know the brand excellence. That's all it is.
Oh my God.
We're coming for the men, man. We're coming for the men. I'm no different. I'm not better. I'm still learning. I talk about in my book. I've been a bad dad, good dad. I've missed child support payments. I've had to fall back, do whatever. But you don't quit. The men, stop fighting your baby mother and your ex-wife and all that. That's not how you win. The win is in the fight, and you and your child knowing that no matter what it takes, you've done all you can to stay in that child's life. And if you do that, you win. That's it. That's the true victory.
Yes. So thank you for coming, sharing that.
Excuse my parents.
Wasn't even expecting that greatness to come out of your mouth.
I'm good with my time.
Yeah. Oh, look, we done turned this into what?
No, I speak. That's the one of the gifts God gave me. I'm for writing and.
How you doing?
Right?
And the garden hasn't even been affected by it.
This is the way, what he said, how he said it. Okay.
I'm good with writing and paper. You have to know your gifts.
I know.
So I'm a creator, and the Lord's blessed me to speak. I can't sing, I can't dance, I don't do none of that.
That was a nice little comeback.
Can a Woman Raise a Man this weekend? Please be there, July 27th and 28th at the Lincoln Theater. All shows are 5:30, 6 o'clock, so please come out. And we have group discounts.
And I was going to say, okay, go ahead.
If you bring 5 or more, you get in for $30 instead of the $45 door price.
So 5 or more?
We need y'all to help us back it up.
She gonna blow that up.
This is I already know.
She is going to blow it up.
You can tell people just have that.
Yeah, she went wrote it's there. There it is.
No.
She gonna blow it. I can tell you that.
Do you have a date for the Baltimore location? Or
We're working on that now because Morgan is not in session, so we got to kind of work through the dynamics of that. But that's where I want to do it. I really would like to bring it.
Well, I will be tagging the president over there.
So don't wait for Morgan. We're not sure. So come see it now.
Yeah,
come see it
now.
Right.
And I don't know if you kind of already said it, but just one more time, how would they be able to contact you if they want to stay in contact? Your social media?
Oh yeah, social media. You can hashtag CalRam, CAWRAM, or you can find us on Facebook at Can a Woman Raise a Man, and we always get back to you. Or you can call the office direct at 702-970-7041. 702-970-7041. This has become my life, my passion. I'm here. This is what I was born to do, and I just want to serve you guys and bless you guys and turn your pain into purpose through hope, health, and healing.
And how would they be able to contact you?
They can call LeBron James. No, I'm kidding.
I told you she was a Jaguar. I told you.
I'm sorry, Mrs. James. You know I love you guys. I just had to do that because
She's not sorry.
Okay.
Everybody a little loose on this show. We don't ever talk like
It's like never.
We must be tired, huh?
We tired.
Everyone feels comfortable on my show.
You know, but that's true, Angie. No, even when she's online, I love her presence online. She brings so much.
You keep touching my leg.
And I'm sorry. This is Baltimore. Baltimore gets you in some crazy situations. You know what I'm saying?
Going over here.
Baltimore get you how you have some stuff you ain't know you. You know what I'm
love Baltimore. That's what you know. What Sylvia Traymore Morrison on Facebook. I'm at Sylvia T Morrison on Twitter and Sylvia T Morrison on Instagram. Sylvia T Morrison on Snapchat. All porn sites. Sylvia did not.
I wasn't ready for that one.
Angie, I'm sorry. I have never in the history of my career been this relaxed on the show. Ever.
You can't mess with a comedian. I told you she's on point. She's on time. Can a woman raise a man?
Can a woman
really
raise a man? I'm handing it back over to you.
Y'all got the theme song.
Wait a minute. This singer's coming out.
Who? Oh, she can do everything.
Oh, I know she can. I know she can. I'm listening.
Oh. Can a woman
sing, sir.
really raise a man?
the last two I had. One of the first solo artists to tour and open for Whitney Houston in over 20 major U.S. cities.
Yes.
The iconic Red Fox recognized her talent early on and signed her to her first management deal. Saturday Night Live, we talked about American first African American female impressionist. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Angie.
Sylvia.
I'm so happy to
Traymore
just be here.
Morrison,
Yes.
and Mr. Q.
Alan.
I was gonna say, please help me with that.
She don't even know my name. That's all right. Give me the 6 months of this tour. It'll be all right.
That's because you was
It'll be all
late.
Okay, to all the people that are watching, that I sent you here to watch the show, you guys know I never act like this. I never ever.
No.
Yarden has come here and bought a whole.
I've been the one totally civilized the whole show.
Listen, not only was Sylvia the first,
She kept me in the
first, she was the first female black writer on Saturday Night. She was the first woman that made me feel like a man.
Oh, that's, I don't know.
No, she really believed. Where are y'all going with this? I said she really.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
We just playing, y'all.
Yeah, Saturday Night Live.
I just met him about like, oh God, Jesus crackers.
Laugh, black people, laugh.
It's all fun.
Okay.
My folks know, you guys know I do not act like this, but I'm having so much fun with Angie and Yarden because they have been the absolute just host, and the producers are amazing.
Shout out to Diamond, is that correct?
Diamond K.
Diamond K, yeah. Look at this. This class is done
Nikki,
excellent. You know what I'm saying? And Miss
doing so well.
who's this? Nikki. I thought that was Kate Michelle. I thought she was on.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
Nikki. What? That's Nikki.
That's Nikki.
That's Nikki.
Nikki in them?
All this time I ain't know that
That's
was
Nikki in them. That's Nikki in them.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't she
Dr. K, thank you. Angie, thank you for having me. And Q, I'm honored, delighted.
Thank you so much. Anytime we get a chance to spread the word and put it out there, hope, health, and healing. Thank you so much.
I drove all the way from Fort Washington,
I was
Maryland.
gonna say,
2-hour ride. Yeah, but I wasn't gonna miss it. I wasn't missing tonight. And he almost couldn't make it.
Yep.
And I know he pushed because he said, Sylvia, there's no way I can go there. I'm not dressed to go on her show. I said, no, she's cool. I promise you. I promise you she's cool.
Awesome. You bringing some folks to the show? Bring some people.
So I'm gonna try my best. Okay. Our people.
You gonna hang out at the after party?
Everyone, listen. If we get 5 or more, we get $30. Okay?
Yes.
$30.
Yes.
Per person.
Per person. I'm just saying.
Correct.
Dollars. And Lincoln Theater. If you've never been, good experience.
Story. Yeah. Right next to Ben's Chili.
I've never been, so it'll be good.
Right next to Ben's Chili Bowl. Shout out to Ben's and Miss Ida and Miss Vita. They showed us so much love. They've opened up the city to us.
And I saw the conversation. Was it yesterday or
last week?
Last week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, at Ben's Chili Bowl. Yeah, that was. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
These microphones are everything. Look, if you get up on them, you can use your voice and it'll just work. Can a woman? Can a woman? Can a woman? Can a woman raise a man? Can she raise a man? Can a woman?
That's why God gave black men big lips so we could do that.
Well, on that note, because y'all got my cheeks just up, I cannot wait. I'm going to try my best to do one or the other. And I will put the word out to see if anyone will come out.
Thank you very much.
And thank you all again just for coming on the show.
Can I do my shout outs?
Yes, you can.
Shout out to Pookie Ray Ray, Shaquan Lil Monte.
I want to say a shout out to Alonzo.
Shout out to, honestly, this guy over here. He's always in the background. He's like, but the story goes that he knows everything I'm talking about.
Over here.
he won't get on the camera, but everything he knows he's talking about. I literally was homeless. He took me into his house at one time and said, man, what are you doing? He said, you out here trying to do all this stuff, whatever. He said, you the star. And black men don't talk to each other like that. He said, but man,
that's true.
He said, you got something, bro. He said, the moment you wake up and realize what you got, he said, we both gonna be rich. You know what I'm saying? So it took me a process. It took me a process to get there, but he been with there every step of the way. Shout out to Lonzo, my other good friend, Tony Harrison, my mother, of course, who I said she's the most phenomenal mom in the world. My sisters, all of Las Vegas, who came week after week to give us this opportunity. The city of DC, Baltimore, was just open up, showing us all kind of love. And to all the women who are saying, you know what, I'm going to raise this man to be a king. Shout out to y'all. Thank you.
Thank you, Angie. Thank you.
All right. thank y'all so much. Again, RadioOnFire.com page. It will also be on my page. Just make sure you continue to share it. Even though if someone weren't able to look at it now, they can look at it any time. So continue to share, continue to support. We'll see y'all next week as we
cute
go.
Toes too, girl.
As we go into.
Little aqua colored toes.
As we go into another week, we have some great guests next week. I will be sharing that the end of the week. Thank you all for tuning in, and I'm just so grateful for all of the love and support. Thank you for traveling here.
And you don't have to have a date to come to the place.
We're gonna work on that. So have a good night, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome.